Damn it.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
She got me, folks. She got me.
The birds got you.
No, the birds I tune out. It's you going chirp, 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 chirp. Hi, how are you doing? It's Friday. It's the time for another paint and slay. And running joke is that I have my windows open because it's a gorgeous day out and I have birds outside my window. So, you know, they sing, they do their things like birds like to do, and everyone in the company thinks it's some sort of like, you know, princessy call the animals to you druid thing. But
because it's such a perfect cliche songbird tweet chirp. Like, it's not, there's 3 billion other like cacaws and stuff, but that you have literal Disney princess songbirds and it's gorgeous and we love it.
So
and we love to make silly jokes about it too.
Yep. So yeah, Lauren broke before we even got started.
Hey, we're doing a Hellwasp, so we might as well have like the nice birds.
That's fair. So content-ish warning if you're kind of squidgy when it comes to wasps or stinging flying insects. There's going to be one that we can't avoid having on screen because we're painting a Hellwasp from D&D Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures from WizKids, which means you're basically looking at a very big wasp, which I'm going to show right now. So you can see it right here. This is the Hellwasp. And if you want a sense of scale, this, what I'm holding in hand, is a standard medium miniature. And this is a nice large Hellwasp. So we're going to be working on the Hellwasp. We started the wings last week. And we made some good progress on them. However, it turns out painting all those lovely little black veins on the wings took some time. So we did mostly wing work last week. Wow.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Nope.
I'm also impressed you could say that. Wing work.
Wing work from last week. So, and then what we're going to do is finish up the wings this week and get into working on, I need to get away from my W's, working on the wasp.
It almost attacked me.
Ow. So that is the plan for today. And if we need a little bit more time after today, guess what? We get to take more time after today to finish up the Hellwasp if needed. So just an FYI to those of you who were here last week where we said probably 2 episodes. We're playing it by ear. No big deal. But before we get into actually pulling out paintbrushes and washes and paints, Lauren, what do we have going on in the world? See, now I lost my W's and it was only one.
In the world, the wide world of idle champions. What? I can't do the Elmer Fudd well enough. Well, first off, if you missed the announcement on Wednesday, we have a new charity familiar in the game, Amani, the Songbird Familiar. If you came from Griddle Champions, you would have seen the amazing Griddle Champions art of Amani. But there is Amani, gorgeous songbird, created by Omega Jones, and we played a really fun D&D game on Wednesday to celebrate their release. So Amani is a familiar that you can purchase in-game for a donation to the Lambert House. Sorry, I'm getting my charity games mixed up. So this is Lambert House, which is a fantastic organization. All net sales through, go wait for the date to come up just to make sure, June 21st. Will be donated to Lambert House. So you can just purchase that familiar right in your game right now. And the other fun thing is coming up is Merylwyn is out in the game. Also came out recently from Ox Ventures and is super fun. And you should go do Merylwyn's Meat Grinder because it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so get yourself into, if you haven't had a chance to load up the game, there's a new event going on. Get Marilyn, pick up a gorgeous familiar for a wonderful cause, and then come back here to join us for a Hellwasp. And we do have the absolutely marvelous Martin here in chat with us today, who is going to be once again suffering through us punning our way through a lot of bug stuff. If you do have any questions for V or I about painting, about songbirds, about idle champions, go ahead and put those in chat with question in big capital letters right before your question, and we will endeavor to answer it when we are not staring at a hell wasp.
And its wings.
And its wings.
and
its
wings. So if you weren't here last week, you missed the fact that Lauren and I are each doing a different take on the wings. So I'm working with the wings that are more in this coloring here, where it's more the purpley tones. And Lauren is going to do the one that looks more along the orangey, fiery reds and yellows for her Hellwasp.
Yeah.
So basically what mine have are the Drakenhof Nightshade Citadel wash on them. Did a couple layers to sort of amp it up. If you have inks at home, you could very easily use inks to do the same thing on this transparent plastic. And what Lauren used on hers was the Cassandora. And these are all Citadel shade washes. The Carroburg Crimson. I'm thinking of the yellow. The Carroburg Crimson on her wings. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to shift to the Carroburg Crimson that Lauren started off with. And Lauren, what you're going to do is shift over to the Cassandora Yellow.
Ooh.
Plus, we're going to do different things.
And we're sticking with the wings.
Sticking with the wings. I have my little wing support from the blister from the top of the packaging of the Hellwasp.
I will just continue to be poked.
Yeah. Do have something to put your wings down on so they can dry without the paint getting absorbed or the wash getting absorbed. Like, I wouldn't recommend putting them on a paper towel to dry because it's gonna stick. Let's put it that way. But if you do a smooth plastic like that, it'll work out a lot better for you. So, going into the shade, with a little popping sound. Like I said, I'm going in for the Carroburg Crimson, and Lauren will be doing the same thing with the Cassandora Yellow. I'm going to trail this around, and once again, I'm going to focus it along where the veins are, but then carry it into where there isn't the other color.
Ah, okay. Yeah. That's what I was kind of waiting on. I'm like, make sure I'm going to do this right. So basically, anything that isn't a vein.
Yep. So I'm going to trail it close to the edging of the veins here. Leave some of that blue sticking out in the middle point areas. And then wherever I didn't put wherever I didn't put the Drakenhof, I'm then going to go back in and put the color and do it that way.
Ah, so you get a little bit of both.
You get a little bit of both, yeah. A little bit of blending, a little bit of both.
Awesome. Yeah, no. Now I'm really going to get some of the fire in here.
Will. It'll be really pretty.
And while we are getting back into the washes, we've already got questions from chat.
Yay, chat.
Yeah. So Bishop McHugh96 wants to know, was that tankard the McNally's Pub one from the Dresden Files? I caught a brief glance of it. It is not, although that would be awesome. So this is from the Buffalo Brew Pub, which is one of my favorite places in Buffalo to go get wings. I grew up in Buffalo, so the last time I got to visit, which was sadly many, many years ago, my parents made sure to take me out there, and they had the mugs because it was, those are the anniversary mugs, and they're just these really, really gorgeous stoneware mugs. With the nice thick bottom with the felt on the bottom of it. And so I picked one up, and my goal whenever we do paint and slays to always pick a drink cup that is so obviously different than the cup that I have water in that there's no way I could mix up the two. And that is super different than the plastic cups. So
this is true.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do
thank you for asking.
Oops, sorry. I'm going to do the one wings on one side and then switch over and flip over to get some dry times happening as I'm approaching it. So,
I have done the exact opposite,
which is totally fine.
which is par for our course.
Yep. But again, totally cool.
Yeah. And J Dog has a question about one of the other shows that I am on. With the holiday, will we be without weekly patronage for 3 straight weeks? I think so. So it's a weird mixture of holidays and other things going on. So between that, so there's not a weekly patronage next week. There is also not a paint and slay next week. Next week is going to be a slightly lighter streaming week for a bunch of different good reasons, happy reasons, nothing bad. And then yes, the week after that is Juneteenth here in America, which is the holiday that celebrates the emancipation of slaves in the United States. And so that is a federal holiday that we have off. And then weekly patronage will be back. So I'm sorry, you're all going to be on your own doing patron stuff for a little while. But you know what? I trust you. You got this. You absolutely got this. Let's see. Evil Turnip Tea. Lauren, thanks for the one-shot stream on Wednesday. Oh, you're welcome. I had lots of fun. My first time watching you DM. You are so fun. Aw, thank you. Thanks, C&E folks, for supporting this charity and the Gamers for Groceries the other week, too. I put my money behind both of them.
Aww,
hey!
That's awesome.
So I know there were a couple different ways to donate. I would love if you, for the Gamers for Groceries one, if you got a commission, which I know is one of the different ways, was one of the ways I donated. If you got a commission, definitely post that on your social media of choice, because I've been really enjoying seeing those commissions. I'm constantly, the work that all the artists put into those commissions for $25.
Beautiful work.
Absolutely beautiful gorgeous work from wonderful professionals for frankly a steal. The $25 for that quality of art, they are obviously doing it for the love of that charity. Exactly. That is amazing.
Exactly.
And yeah, I had a lot of fun. I've played with Omega a bunch, but I don't think either of us have DM'd for each other.
Ooh.
So that was the first time I think that I've DM'd for him, but we've played a bunch together. Brian, we had played together. I DM'd for him for the disco game. And then we had not really played together, but I was at the PAX Unplugged where he was the DM for the Rivals of Waterdeep live game that Orkira showed up for 2 seconds in. But that was more of a guest starring thing. So it was lovely to get a chance to play again with him. And Michelle, we had not had a chance to play at all. So that was a wonderful mixture of new and familiar folks, and we had a ton of fun. And I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy your familiar.
Yay!
Because Amani is gorgeous.
Amani is beautiful.
Yeah. Dolphin Tail 1243 wants to know who is our favorite champion, or they say who is your favorite champion. V, who's your favorite champion?
Putting me on the spot.
I've done a lot of talking.
I know. My turn. Favorite champion. Okay. People will be like, well, I know why she said that. I honestly, truly, and wholeheartedly appreciate Desmond. I like cool. Desmond. Quite frankly, Desmond pops up in all of my formations. It's just, I like the things that Desmond does, not for other reasons.
Listen, it could be both. It could be absolutely that you enjoy his character.
Supporting a fellow Black Dice Society player. Absolutely. Yeah. But as a champion, it's freaking cool, yo.
Oh, yeah. Especially as I've been doing a whole bunch of the patron challenges where specific slots have been taken away. Desmond shines in those. If I'm able to use him, it's great.
So yeah, that's definitely one. And then I also Dahani.
Yeah, murder burb.
Yep, I like my little murder burb.
Gotta love a murder burb.
Yep.
I am no longer allowed to answer this question for the fact that everybody's had to listen to me talk about Orkira way too much over the last couple of years. But yeah, it's Orkira. I mean,
Shocker.
My answer is easy. I don't have to.
Spoiler alert.
I don't have to worry about making any of my friends upset that I don't talk about their character. I'm just going to talk about mine.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it is super hard to pick. It
It
is.
is.
I mean,
Air.
I am also a fan of whoever the most recent champion is because
That's also fun.
it is super fun to catch up, to learn new mechanics and then catch up if I haven't had a chance to watch specific shows. And I have watched most of Ox Ventures. I got a chance to see them live years ago. They came to RTX back when conventions were a thing, so I got to see them live, and it was super fun. But yeah, it is a chance to catch up with shows that either I don't know or I haven't had a chance to watch, and then champions with new mechanics. So I'm currently jamming with Merylwyn. I have not gotten her totally geared up yet. It's gonna take a while. I've got a team grinding away on Merylwyn's, getting more Merylwyn chests. So
there you go.
I love how different these are looking.
They're gonna
now
look
that
drastically different, but I love.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Fire wings. Yes.
Yeah. Totally. I'm letting them dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna see whether they need a second coat.
I don't know if you will, because honestly, Cassandora is fantastic for intensity.
Yeah.
So you may not. You may be quite happy with how it goes.
And on top of that, because it is, they're see-through wings, but because we're also getting both sides of it, it's almost as though I've already got it doubled up.
Yeah. So that's totally your call if you want to do a second round. I'm going to see how this looks dried.
Yeah.
Drying, I should say. Dried.
And I'll make sure that is closed.
Oh,
don't need another Nuln Oil spill.
No.
The Lurking Rider says, Via and Lauren, if you could have a familiar unfamiliar quest, what animal monster would you choose? And why and what class would they be?
Oh, I like this one.
Ooh. I want a crab.
A crab.
I've wanted a crab as a familiar in a D&D game. And I would love to actually then play one because it is so ridiculous and yet so practical. Because first off, who doesn't love a creature that crawls sideways everywhere? Who doesn't want a crab walk? Pincers. Pincers are fun. Pincers can be hands if need be. Also, you get crab puns. You get all, oh yeah, I'm sorry, Krabby is just in a bad mood today.
The little crabby.
Yeah, and they can be in the water or out of the water. You can you don't have to be, because seahorse is another one of those familiars that you can pick up, and it's like, well, you have to have a very specific campaign to want to summon a seahorse, but a crab. Also, like, I think in the magical world of D&D, everyone is already starting to be wary about cats, bats, and rats who show up randomly in places listening in on conversations.
Yes.
I think most people would be like, but if a crab shows up.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Who is thinking anything but dinner?
Fair. Very fair. Okay. I can get
Have I sold
this.
you? Have I sold you on the crab?
Oh yeah, I'm sold. I was sold with pinchers, to be honest.
Oh yeah. For me, it's what sells me every time is the crab walk. The scuttling sideways is just adorable. But how about you?
Oh geez, honestly, I would kind of love to do something like a little flying thing, like an insect or a hummingbird. Something along those lines.
Ooh, a hummingbird would be fun.
Yeah, I think a hummingbird would be really neat, like petite and small and little, like something where it's there, but you don't really register it because you think, oh, it's just this tiny little thing. So yeah, I think I would go with a hummingbird. Absolutely. Probably do something, probably like a druid for our class.
Oh yeah, because on a familiar quest.
Yeah. I would probably make it a druid, if not a druid. No, I take it back. I'd make it a ranger.
Aww.
And its pointy little beak would be, a nice little rapier action.
Yes.
Yep.
That'd be super cool.
I'm going ranger.
Did you ever get it? I mean, Rangers are fun. Did you ever get a chance to watch the second season of Critical Role?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember Shikasta?
Vaguely.
He was The character was played by Kari Payton as a guest role that showed up 2 or 3 times. And that was a
Right. And
character
then
that
they have,
had,
that's right, had the hummingbird.
yeah, and they
Totally
were
forgot about
super
that.
cool. It was Grand Duchess something something.
Yes. Yes, yes,
He
yes,
had a
yes,
he had
yes.
a name that was
Yep.
amazingly long, and that was
Played
his
that character
familiar.
so well. God, see, now I'm remembering.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that was such a good,
Yeah.
oh, so
Yeah,
good. But
I
yeah,
would do a hummingbird, I think.
I think a hummingbird would be absolutely fantastic.
Yee. That
And
sounds really
then,
good.
not that hummingbirds and songbirds are the same, but I think the other thing that I think of when I think of hummingbirds is like with Amani, they're so colorful,
Yeah.
and so you could have
Mm-hmm.
something really bright and colorful and still not have to worry about, well, but then they can't be sneaky because it's tiny little
Right.
hummingbird, you
Exactly.
know.
Wee little thing.
Tiny little hummingbird.
There we go.
All right, yeah, I think you are right that I'm only going to need
I was
the
wondering because
one.
it's a nice vivid color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grand Duchess Anastasia. I'm seeing in the chat.
Oh, did we get the full?
Yes. Looks like.
Yeah, the Grand Duchess Honest. Yeah, it was a lovely long title, and it's been a while. It's been a while since that
Uh-huh.
that campaign.
Been a while.
So I am failing off the top of my head to remember the.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean I remember half the name, and I remember Shikasta. So
There you go. And it has been a while. My goodness.
yeah. I wonder how long ago that was. That was a couple
It had
years
to be
because
a
that was
couple years at
also,
least. Yeah.
yeah, his initial guest star was really close to the beginning of the second season.
Right. And like, didn't the second season end over a year ago now, or a year ago, or something like that?
Yeah, super close.
Yeah.
Time. It's a flat circle
Oof.
like a pizza. Oof.
I think it's like
Yeah,
spaghetti.
99. You just want to throw it at the wall sometimes?
Yep.
What?
It's like spaghetti. Are you kidding me? Half the time when people like ask me what day of the week it is, let alone what day, and I'm looking at my calendar and it's November, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I live 6 months in advance.
So I have a home game that a bunch of us play on Friday nights, every other Friday. And because scheduling does that,
Mhm.
we actually moved it to yesterday on Thursday night. Yes, that means I have to catch up on Critical Role, but that's okay.
It's doable.
Because I'm so used to getting together with that group on Friday, I spent the whole day thinking it was Friday. Like I had to constantly remember, I had to constantly remind myself it's Thursday, it's Thursday. And
Mhm.
then during the game, I had to constantly remind myself that it was Friday or that it was Thursday, not
Thursday.
Friday, because I
Yep.
was just like, I get to, we can play for a little bit longer. I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. Oh no, wait, I'm
No,
not.
you're not. You think. You
Yeah.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Remus 2 has a mini painting question for someone interested in attempting to paint minis for the first time.
Mhm.
Welcome. Do you have one of your show's minis that you recommend that would be easiest to start with?
Ooh. Okay. Well, a show that would be good that we have done together would be the speed painting Skellies. Because that's the basics. That is truly the basics. It's your base color. It is your dry brush. It is a wash. Boom, boom, boom. Your 3 basic techniques. By all means, jump into that one and check it out. Other ones that are, something that are good to watch in terms of our show for use of washes would be the Myconid minis that we did in the very beginning. That's another good way to pick up on a specific technique of washing if you want a little bit more information on that one.
And I was even going to suggest the Myconids because that
Yeah.
is the first mini that we did. And,
Yeah.
and I didn't have any of the washes. So you get to see me as pretty much a new mini painter. V talks about a whole bunch of really good techniques. I am pretty much brand new to this. And then she explains how to make washes using paints. Which is really, really good to have because, sometimes you want to wash out a specific color. So I would, I think there's 2 episodes of Myconids. I think we did over 2.
We did.
So yeah.
Really, yeah.
And And with that being the first mini we did, V does an excellent job of going over a lot of the basics.
Yeah.
So
So the myconids and the speed baiting skellies, I think, are the best ones as go-to recommendations for our show that we've been doing. And then you can also go to my YouTube channel, and I have a whole bunch of different, not shows, but episodes of previous live streams that I've done on my own, as well as miniature painting stuff. So you can check that out too if you want something where there's more to explore and take a look at with specific techniques and everything.
highly recommend her YouTube channel.
Okay.
But I see you are done with your wings.
I am done with my wings. My wings, I am happy with how they look. They have this lovely purpley violet splotching, which is what I wanted to go for.
And I'm happy with mine, which have this lovely reddish orange.
Beautiful. Loving it, loving it, loving it. So now we get to move on to the body. So.
Oh, hi.
Now we're going to go to paints.
Yay. What do we need?
I need my notes. Hold on.
That's
my
good.
notes are telling me that we need black and bloody red and ultramarine. And we're going to make a very deep, dark amethyst purple. Like, have you ever seen an amethyst geode where it's almost like a purpley black?
Yeah.
That's what we're going for.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I had to stray from using food reference because there's not a lot of purple foods either.
Yeah, it's eggplant and eggplant.
And eggplant.
And eggplant is, in my opinion, too bright for what we're looking for.
Yeah. We want that really deep, rich purple. Y'all, it's been a long week and it's a Friday and I am not even done with my week yet.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're here for it. It's fine.
Okay, good.
So the purple is going to be an equal mix of blue and red, and then start to add the black to bring it back?
I would do equal of all.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm going to do equal parts of all to aim for this purple tone. And then I will adjust as needed. Because my paints are mixing a little bit differently lately.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's quite frankly, the things are warming up and the weather's different, so the paint suspension's getting better.
That makes sense.
So I think I have some more pigmentation.
Yeah, whereas I definitely have a lot more humidity in the air.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that's affecting mine at all.
Maybe. So I'm going to get this going and kind of add in what I need as I go along. Where's my mixing brush? There's my mixing brush. And I'll swatch so you can see.
Yeah. I'm looking at what I got.
Parts did the trick for me.
Mine might be actually too dark. I'm seeing like a little tiny bit of purple, but I kind of want a little bit more.
Okay. So if it's truly too dark, like just, whoa, what happened here? Then you can always put in a little touch of Stonewall Gray to lighten it a little bit.
Stonewall Gray. I'm gonna give that a try because when I swatch it, it's basically black. I'm really only seeing the purple when I get like reflections off of the light.
So then, that is a little bit too dark. I'm almost there with mixing on my end. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna swatch this for you.
Ooh.
So that's kind of what we're going for.
Oh yeah, and already this gray has helped a lot.
Lift up the color a little bit.
Oh yeah, right away. I'm gonna give it another swatch to make sure, but already I'm much happier with this. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh, I am parched all of a sudden. Okay, so then we're gonna paint this dark amethyst purple that we've created with mixing. And this is going to go on to the entire body, but avoid the legs, the antennae, and the stinger.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm assuming we're grabbing like a 1 or a 3 for this?
You're definitely going to want a 3.
Okay.
3, actually, no, I grabbed my 2. So 2 or a 3 you're going to want.
Okay.
So yeah, avoid the stinger, avoid the antenna, and the legs.
And the legs.
Yes. But get the rest of the body.
Hey, it's the first bit of paint on the actual Hellwasp. Oh, getting over all of the ridges in the back of this body are going to be a challenge.
Texture. So I'm actually starting at the stinger and working my way up to help me catch the lipping that is happening with the plates that are on this sucker.
I don't know why it amused me that we're talking about
That's-
a stinger and a
And a
sucker at
sucker.
the same
That's like
time.
just the same thing. I'm like, huh.
Like that was appropriate and yet
Yep.
not, and
And
also
then it
okay.
worked. I'm here for
Yeah.
it. I did not thin my paints because my black naturally runs a little bit thinner. But I do want to highly recommend that you make sure your paints are thin to be the consistency of maple syrup. Oh, and then you also want to make sure, I forgot because this thing has a lot of details. If you can try to avoid these little things. Oh, wait, no, we can still paint them. Take it back. Looking at my notes, we're good. Keep painting, keep painting.
Okay.
I forgot I changed tactics when I was doing a painting approach when I was taking notes. So, nope, paint the body.
Paint the body.
All of the body. It's all about the body.
I have just added a little bit of water to mine because it was a bit thick.
Yeah. It actually works against you if your paint is too thick. It's going to obliterate your details, but also sort of hop over the finer details, and you'll find that's where you get a lot of spotting happening.
Yeah.
With your minis.
Oh, and I should check.
Yeah, how are we doing with questions?
Yeah. Lurking Writer wants to know, with those wings, Lauren, are you turning your Hellwasp into a firefly? Not intentionally, no. I'm, as V said, and she did a much better job of pointing that I'm going to be able to. But if you look in the exact opposite corner of where I am, you will see that is the version of the Hellwasp I'm going for. But I think the body is going to end up being exactly the same. It's basically just the wings because I really like... And maybe it's the hell part of the Hellwasp, or just the fact that wasps and bees in general have those bright colors, but I was really taken with the brighter yellows and reds in that one. So fireflies, no, because fireflies are pretty, and everyone's happy to see fireflies.
Right?
No one is happy to see a wasp.
No.
No one is ever happy to see a wasp. There's never been a time in history... I will go out on a limb and say no person ever in history has ever said, oh, good, there's a wasp.
Yay, a wasp. I mean, I have said it, but with heavy sarcasm font.
Yes. With heavy sarcasm font. I like that. All right. I guess. So these legs that are super close to the body.
You gotta kind of nudge them gently, not too hard. Lift them slightly away and pincher them with your 2 fingers. While you paint underneath and around. It is going to be a little bit of a pita because of that launch stand.
Yeah.
But again, if you get paint on that, we can easily remove the paint on the stand using some 90% rubbing alcohol later on down the line. And then just be careful around these openings. You don't want to get paint into them. You can paint around them, but not get like globs of paint into it. Avoid that.
Oh yeah, because
that's going to make the wing installation annoying.
We get to the installations of the wings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's an accurate way of describing it, but also I kind of like that that's, it's like we're at an art installation or something.
Right. Well, it is art, so.
Oh, that is true. And here's a Monet, and here's a Hellwasp.
Could you imagine?
I mean, I could. Yeah, why not? Why not mini painting eventually in the Louvre? Modern art is always changing.
This is very true.
Evil Turnip Tea says, if your crab familiar gets proficiency, disguise kit, it is an imitation crab.
With a K?
All right. Okay. All right. That's good. I would burn a proficiency just to be able to make that joke once. Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm here for it. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So funny.
See? And that's why you go for a crab.
I think I might switch to a detail brush as I'm getting closer to the upper body because it's going to get tight through this area.
Yeah.
If I get a little bit of paint on those legs, it's okay. I did too, but I don't want to get a huge amount on these legs. So I'm going to switch to a detail brush in a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to too.
Yeah. Could you imagine putting a tutu on these? Sorry, that's just where my brain just went.
Dance of the Sugar Plum Hellwasps? What?
I get a tutu!
Hi, Helen.
Could you? Oh, God. Now I want to give Helen a tutu and fairy wings.
Oh, definitely fairy wings. Absolutely.
Definitely fairy wings.
Absolutely fairy wings. Ooh, we have a question about a recent mini that you painted that you were showing off on your
Oh.
social media.
Mhm.
Bay Neon says that they saw your Twitter post that included those beautiful female statues. They couldn't get
Oh,
the
yes.
link to work. Do you remember who produced them?
That is Warhog, not Warthog. Warhog. I always have to make that clarification. Well, I looked for Warthog. I'm like, you're not supposed to look for the animal.
Yeah.
It's Warhog. Look it up, and I think it might be Warhog. P as in Peter, L as in Luke. Can you tell I was raised Roman Catholic? And it should give you a link to their website through that. And it's their newest collection that is starting to come out of Slavic folklore figures. So I think that might be the way to find it. If that link did
Yeah,
not
those
work.
those were beautiful.
I am so sorely tempted to get, because quite frankly, the one I could very easily paint up to look like Nika. It would be a good
Ooh.
fit. It would be such a good fit.
Yeah.
Because it's already got like this corrupted skin texture to it, and why am I blanking on the word? The weapon that looks like a crescent moon.
A scythe?
Thank you. I was gonna say Sith. I'm like, nope, that's Star Wars. Brain's not functioning all the way.
I mean, I could see a Sith with a scythe. A scythe, a scythe. Yeah, why not?
We're getting into alliteration today. A Sith with a scythe.
A Sith with a scythe. If they're already using the Force to keep it to be just the one shaft of a lightsaber, why not have it have a curve?
There we go.
Why not?
There we go. But yeah, that one I think would be really cool to try and paint up as Nika. So maybe down the line I'll do that. Found them.
That does sound cool.
Yay!
Good.
Yeah, they're not cheap. They really are not cheap. It's beautiful, beautiful work though. The Rescala that I got from them, I didn't have to do a single bit of prep work on that mini. It was so smooth and perfectly done.
Good.
Boy, howdy, I was impressed. I don't run into that with very many mini companies. Truly only Warhog and Cribble God Foundry have had that status for me. So, but yeah, they're beautiful. They are well worth the investment of a good mini if you want to give yourself a nice miniature project.
Especially if you're looking at it as not just a mini, but an art piece that you're then going to display somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you really do get what you pay for, and especially with artistic endeavors like that, it's worth the extra money.
I mean, I can even. It depends how detailed we want to get on this one. I can show you the difference of getting the minis themselves from Warhog or getting it, because sometimes people will buy the STLs and they sell them on Amazon, which, you know, it's a thing that happens. There is a huge difference in the quality. So just be wary. If you're going to try and purchase that elsewhere, there will be a dip in the professionalism of the miniature you're going to get.
Although I do like, and this is different than those mini companies that are selling the full-time minis, but companies that, or people who make their own STLs, and like that is the point, is, hey, you can buy this STL and so that you can print your own minis. Like that's super fun. And I have seen some incredible paints, or some incredible minis that are just especially terrain. Like I call it minis, but like I've seen whole
stuff,
pieces of terrain that are just, and then because you can customize it before it even gets printed for whatever it is that you need it for. I have a friend who just prints out pieces of terrain for exactly what he needs for his games.
Yep.
Which is super fun.
And it's still fun to paint.
Oh yeah, and even if you don't get a chance to paint it, even if you're just using the gray or the white or whatever, because it's got that level of exact detail that you want, it just becomes part of it becomes an aesthetic, really. It becomes like watching a really interesting movie that just happens to have, you know, a black and white filter over it or something. All right, you said not the antenna and not the mandibles?
No, the mandibles are fine. So it's the antenna, the legs, and the stinger that we're avoiding.
Okay.
And I just switched to a smaller detail brush to get into the mandible area.
Yep.
I hiccuped a couple spots. Oopsie.
I did the same thing because I was also trying to remember about the mandibles. I was like, we doing mandibles. Oh well. The Lurking Writer says, if your crab familiar prefers to go solo adventures, but also likes moving houses a lot, are they a hermit crab? See, this is why. This is why I say crab and people are like, huh? And then you start making the jokes.
Uh-huh.
And then it's just fun.
And then
also you have an adorable crab familiar. Like, it's a win-win-win. Ignore those owls, wizards. Go for crabs. Although I am waiting for that one wizard who decides to have the seahorse, even if it's not an aquatic campaign. Just like, I want a seahorse. I want a fiendish seahorse, and I'm gonna have it, even if it only lasts a few minutes.
Oh, funny.
Oh yeah. Well, because when you summon them, they can either be
I love it.
Fae, fiend, or
It's just
celestial.
I've never thought fiendish for a seahorse. That's what got me kind of chuckling.
I know, right? Whereas I will have a celestial crab.
Ooh.
Because no one expects the celestial crab. Everyone expects your red crab to be fiendish, but nope. We're going to buck tradition. Or fae. I might go fae. Especially with that side walking. It feels very fae to me. I don't know why.
No, that's fair. All right, right now I'm playing the Did I Miss a Spot game. And there are a couple of areas where I did because the texture gets a little bit deeper and it's easier to get to with the detail brush.
Yeah, I'm almost done with the mandibles, and then I will be playing that game too.
Oops, I missed a spot. Oops, I missed a spot. Oops,
yeah.
I missed a spot.
Ye Old Dice Goblin asks, are Hellwasps common in the Feywild? I don't think so. I think these are mostly Avernus based, but, the Feywild is weird, and there's no reason why you can't end up with one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're classically in Avernus.
Yeah.
I know in Idle Champions, I believe you fight them in Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus while you're in Avernus. They're nasty.
They're hellish.
Yeah. They are kind of, in D&D, they are an interesting fight because of the grapple and the stinger, though. Like, it's not just, there's a lot, well, yeah, if you're okay with being attacked by those things. But, like, there can be a lot of monsters that are just bags of hit points and here, whack something. Yeah. But any monster that has at least one other thing, like, hey, I'm going to sting you. And especially when I'm going to sting you with that. Mm-hmm. It kind of ups the ante when it's like, I'm going to sting you with something that is as large as you.
It really do. Hey, I just saw Urban Bohemians in the chat. Hello.
Hey. We were just talking about how wonderful you were on Wednesday and how much fun we had watching you in Disco and that wonderful accent you have for Disco, which just made me so happy. Oh, you didn't? Oh, yeah.
I had to run out Wednesday night.
Oh, yes. Oh, it was
amazing.
It was absolutely perfect. All three of the characters picked absolutely wonderful voices, and there were many times where I was just like, I'm just going to sit here and listen.
Aw, that's amazing.
Talk amongst yourselves.
See? Yes, please. Yes, please. Oops.
The VOD is still up on Twitch, so you can just go and watch it. All of our VODs are available on Twitch. You should Can
I download it so I can watch it on the plane tomorrow? I'm thinking work files.
No. I can't remember. I haven't done it in so long. I can't remember if Twitch lets you download. If anybody lets you download anything,
somewhere?
or if
work? Could I download the
I
file?
can definitely get you a copy of it. I'm just I don't remember on Twitch if you can actually download it if you're not an admin or if anyone can download. I don't remember offhand. So
I'll have to see. But still, that's my brain. Like, I wonder if I can just get the recording. Download
You can. Trevor was our producer.
Oh, there we go.
He is wonderful, and he would have the direct recording to make life easy for you. So
okay, cool.
But for those of you who are at home
For the home game.
and are wondering, you can just go to you're on our Twitch channel. Just go to the previous videos and you can still watch it. That'll be up for a couple months. And then hopefully in the next couple of days, it'll go up on YouTube.
Yeah.
It just takes a little while because YouTube. So, but we will have it up on our YouTube channel.
There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go to Stonewall Gray. And we're going to do a little bit more of what you already did. We're going to lighten this up. So you want to make this a lighter, like a lighter amethyst, essentially. What did you drop?
I didn't drop anything.
Are you sure? That's the face you made with the
No, it's all fine. Nobody saw anything. There's seriously, there's no spills, but
okay.
It's fine. Okay, so I'm adding Stonewall Gray to the purple that
to what we mixed
I've already
up.
got.
Yeah, so we're going to lighten this up. Kind of like here. Helen, come here.
Okay.
Hi, Helen.
So kind of do it with what I did here with Helen. You see how there's a darker purple and then the lighter purple to bring out the texture?
Yes.
We're going to aim for a lighter purple to show off the texture on this Hellwasp.
Awesome.
I
Yes.
helped.
Helen, you are always a help.
If you told me that we have a fun little roper as our little mascot, I would not have believed you. But I love it.
I would have believed you.
Yeah? A roper of all things?
We are ridiculous enough. Yeah. Why not?
This is true. We are.
Why not?
We're wonderfully ridiculous.
It was either going to be that or a dragon. And that green dragon, as awesome as it was to paint, I'd rather go for the roper.
Yeah, that's true. She's just got personality to her.
She's got personality. That's all we can do. That's it. That's all we can do.
Welcome to Friday Fun Day.
We will miss you all next week. We hope you have fun next week. Please consider having 2 hours of ridiculous fun at home.
Yes.
If you cannot join us. All right, I think I'm getting there.
Okay. So
can I see your swatch again? Because I'm not sure if I need to go lighter or not. Yeah.
Just whoa. I lean back and suddenly the world is very different. I might even go a little bit lighter, seeing how that's drying.
And
I'm gonna take that lighter.
A little bit lighter is where I am, and so I'm then gonna
You're probably
stay.
good.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay.
Stay.
I'm not gonna. Don't hit. No folding.
Keep, hold, yeah. As long as you're not out.
Nope. I haven't hit 21 yet.
Okay.
The Lurking Writer says, because Helen has become a beloved part of this show, when does she get her own permanent spot in the overlay? That would be lovely. We're running out of room.
And cameras.
We're running out of room and cameras. I really like the idea, though. If we ever decide to update our logo, we can turn the logo into Helen. Yeah.
Helen? Okay, that would be funny if Helen was holding the paintbrush and the glaive.
Ooh.
That would be.
If we ever actually get the chance to update our emotes, we definitely need a Helen emote.
Okay, that I'm happy with.
All right, that is pretty darn close to what I got.
There you go. Okay, so now we're going to dry brush this on the body. So it's texture time.
Yay.
Which, after our chattering and mixing, these should be dry enough. And I'm going to pull from the stinger to the top. And sometimes on the diagonal to help bring out more of that lovely texture.
And considering we did just have someone asking about, starting from the beginning, and it's been a little while. V, would you talk a little bit about what dry brushing is and what the basic technique is?
Sure.
While I try to get... There we go. Sorry.
So dry brushing is basically a technique that helps bring out more details on your miniature. And to do that, you put... No, why are we tipsy? You put a little bit of paint onto a flat brush, and then you go to a paper towel, and you will remove the excess of the paint until it starts to streak like what you're seeing here. But you've basically dried the brush a little bit. Then you go to the miniature, and what you want to do is start pulling the brush along the upper portions of the miniature to bring out the details and the texture that sits higher up on the sculpt. So that's what dry brushing is in a nutshell.
And the challenge with dry brushing, at least for me, is knowing when to stop.
Yes, you don't want to go too heavy. It's easier to put more on, so going lightly and gradually is the way to go. If you go heavy-handed, well, then you're shifting into overbrushing, which is where you're kind of keeping the undertone there, but you're also adding in a little bit more paint than you intended.
Yeah.
So light-handed when it comes to dry brushing, you don't want to put on really super thick layers because you can build up on that and go from there. At least that's the hope.
Yeah. Sorry, now that I'm looking at this, it's not as light as I had hoped, and so I'm actually having a hard time seeing it.
If you want to lighten that even more, you can.
I might. Are we going to do another pass at making this a lighter color for anything, or
I was
is this
thinking about doing a very light Stonewall Gray after this, if that helps.
okay?
A light passive Stonewall Gray, not a light Stonewall Gray.
Oh, so just a full-on. Okay,
Yep,
then
yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and make mine a little bit
Lighter.
Where did my Stonewall Gray? Where?
Oh, did it roll away?
There it goes. No, it was hiding behind a bunch of stuff. But yeah, the more I'm doing this, the more I'm like, I'm wanting to put more on the brush to see it, and I'm doing
fair.
that thing and where I'm like, am I just not seeing it under the light? And no, I think it's just not light enough.
Okay. Then yeah, we're gonna do a very light Stonewall Gray pass. So it's up to you if you want to keep going lighter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go a little bit lighter.
Okay.
But I want to make sure, because I know what you've had us do in the past a bunch of times is, all right, we're going to do a pass at this color, and now we're going to make it a little lighter and do a pass, and then a little lighter and do a pass. And I was considering, oh, well, if we're just going to go lighter anyway.
No, that's a fair question.
Yeah.
I do like to do that with my minis, so.
And it works out really well. And you are essentially doing that. We're just going to do that with some gray.
Exactly.
Let's see.
My goodness,
yeah, I think this works better.
Funny expression on its face.
And I'm assuming we're doing this across anything that's purple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
You might hear a funny beep
says,
soon.
Oh, okay. I was just laughing at Neon says, Helen's personality certain ropes you ropes you into the fun. I'm like, yes.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yes. Oh, there's those birds.
Thank you.
We love you, Helen.
Love you too.
Whoa. I'm never going to be able to use a roper as an actual monster in a campaign ever again, because of Helen, and I'm okay with that.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
We love our Helen. So this is with the dry brush of that mid-tone layer, basically. You can see it brings out a lot more of these details now. All that chunkiness.
Oh, that chunkiness.
Mm-hmm. And then what I'm going to do is switch to the Stonewall Gray, but do a very light pass with this. No. Stonewall Gray just tipped over.
Oh, no.
No, it's fine. It was closed up. It just decided to tip over on me on the table. So luckily no paint spillage. Just I bumped the table and it tipped over.
It happens.
It do that.
I mean, I know nothing about that.
Nothing. Nope.
Nope. Never happened to me.
Nope. I have totally started using my wrist as my paper towel. I do that sometimes. Whoopsie.
Hey, if it is going to work. Yeah. And I was very pleased that I was very pleased to find out after our first episode how relatively easy it is to wash off paint on your body if you get it like right away is a misnomer, but like you don't just let it sit there for hours, you know.
Right.
It is relatively easy. All right, now I will go to the Stonewall Gray.
There you go.
Lurking Rider says, what happens if you have an orc druid who wild shapes into a bird of prey at night? Orchestral maneuvers in the dark? What?
Oh my goodness.
What happened?
This was a running gag. I was seeing like little bits of it. It started as a joke.
Okay.
I didn't realize it kept going.
Well, you know, sometimes
what do you call a group of orc bards? An orchestra? Something like that was the joke. It was a good one.
It's a good one. It's so good that I remember a while ago, there were a bunch of us who were thinking about running a one-shot that was just a bunch of us playing orc bards because how much fun that would be.
It would be funny.
Yeah. All right. I just don't know why we've gone into complete pun territory. I don't know. I missed it. I missed what
Marilyn. We'll blame it on Marilyn. Or give
okay.
Marilyn credit.
I mean, why not both?
There we go. We have puns on the brain because of all the fantastic Marilyn puns.
I'm usually not a pun person, except in it likely.
You are absolutely a pun person.
I appreciate a good pun, but I'm the kind of person who it needs to be like the perfect pun or the perfect situation, and also I want to get out of puns really quick. I'm not the person who's like, I'm gonna stick in this pun for forever.
Yeah. You don't want to live in them.
Yeah, but I was the one who wrote the blog for the Maryland Spotlight, and I very intentionally did not have the entire spotlight be covered in puns, because I'm like, well, this needs to be readable.
True.
But the opening sentence I did have fun with, and I knew I had had the correct amount of fun when Pete, the wonderful person who is one of the people who does a quick editing pass to, because always good to have someone edit your writing, because I ain't perfect. Pete was like, it might. He jokingly said it was going to take him longer to get through because of all of the puns, and I'm like, yes, I've captured Marilyn.
Even better.
Happened.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yes, I very intentionally was just like, all right, this opening paragraph, this is where I can do this. But then no more, because then people will just be angry.
We don't want to anger readers. No.
No. People are going to want to know like details and specific numbers at that point. And they're like, get out of here. And there's already a pun in her abilities. Yeah. So people who wanted more puns, they're in there.
Absolutely.
I think I got a bit too much on the eye, but I'm okay with that.
It's okay. We're going to do something else with the eyes anyways down the line.
It doesn't surprise me. Yeah, one of the eyes. Just yeah. Oh, have I reached the point where if I do any more, I'm just painting? I can't tell anymore. Right. So I guess I should stop.
Yeah,
all right.
That's usually a good sign. So we're still going to leave these dangling. Not touching them yet, because what we're actually going to start doing is, you see these fun little ovals that are sitting here in the abdomen area?
Oh, yeah.
Those raised ovals. We're going to start painting those, because if you look at the reference art, right, you can see those ovals actually are these lovely bright tones. So we're going to take our orange fire, and with orange fire, you're going to start painting those in with a small detail brush. And you want to keep it onto that raised oval portion. You don't want it going on to the lower part of the abdomen area. So pardon the phrase, I know not a better way to describe it. These juicy ovals.
Okay.
I got nothing else.
All right. I'm just going to go with you. I'm going to go with you in the juicy ovals. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm seeing 8 below the thing. I'm moving on.
I tried to, and then I saw Brian's comment.
Oh dear, Brian, what'd you say? What did you do? Yes. The what now?
What now?
Listen, it's 1:00. If you've joined us from Idle Champions, from the alert in the game, welcome. We're currently laughing over a Hellwasp, because sometimes when you're getting attacked by a Hellwasp, you just gotta laugh about their juicy ovals. Anyway, I was just counting their underbelly. And I think the abs, I think I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I see 9 under and 2 over.
9.5, because there's one that's being hit by the leg right here. And then, there's 1, 2 at the top.
Okay.
I'm actually going to start with the 2 at the top. Just straight up.
Straight up orange.
Yep.
All right. Come here, tiny brush. Come to me, tiny brush.
Little brush.
Let's have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Ye Old Dice Goblin wants to know, would I ever use Helen as an NPC who gives the party quests? I would definitely try. That would be an interesting moment when a roper decides to be an NPC, but it would be fun to try.
Oh, I would totally. Actually, Helen would fit in beautifully at BB's. So yeah, Helen's totally there.
BB's is a situation in where you're now in an entire area in where you're expecting
the odd and the unusual.
You're also enticed to not get into a fight with people. It's like in video games where the little icon pops up that says that you cannot attack in this area.
Mm-hmm.
BB's is you cannot attack in this area. Real quick question.
Yeah.
On these abs, or whatever we're calling them, so they're raised up enough. Are we doing just the top, or are we doing like the whole?
I am using mostly towards the top because if we try and get around these edges, it's going to turn. And it's because of this launch stand. I'm annoyed that's in there still. Because if we try and angle this to get on the edges and the sides perfectly, to really paint it out, this stand is going to become a frustration and get in our way, and we may not be able to get it as detailed on some as on others. So to keep it more of a uniform effect, what I'm doing is I'm putting this mostly on the top area. I might lip it down slightly around the edges, but I'm going to use this undertone as a shadow. So treat it as like those are the shadows.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I was looking at this and I was kind of wondering how, like, if I go too deep, am I just painting the entire underbelly orange?
Yeah, it's going to start to get really, if that, then what? So I'm keeping it mostly towards the upper portion of these.
And I don't know about your orange fire, but I may have to go do a second pass because I can already see.
Pass. If you see some shadowing coming through, that's okay.
Okay, good to know. I will not worry about second pass.
One layer should do us for this one.
Awesome.
Oh, and there's actually there's a quarter of a one right here.
Ugh.
A little bloop.
Quarter of an ab.
Which means I'm going to flip to the side, and yep, there's the other bit on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 2 1/3, I think I'm going to call it. I don't know. There's a little bit more on this side.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense, because where else would it make sense to put that, the holder?
Oh, and I hiccuped a little bit. Whoops, hold on. Oh. No, it's fine. I just got to pull some paint away, because I bumped a leg to avoid the stand, and then I went too far down, but it's fixed.
Yay! All right, I gotta do the other side. Sorry for the quiet.
Yeah, it gets quiet when we start focusing on what we're doing.
Yeah, and there's a lot to try to avoid.
Yeah. This is also why I wanted to wait on doing the legs, because I had a feeling they were going to get splotted.
Yeah. Your feeling was correct. I'm just trying to be careful about all the purple around it.
Yeah, very fair.
Oh, those half an abs. Why half an ab? I mean, listen, I've been doing a lot of sit-ups and push-ups. I would love to have a half an ab, but this is ridiculous. I would not complain.
Days.
I would not complain if I looked down and had a half an ab. I would be so happy. Oh, there we go. Okay.
That's what I paint these.
Oh, and Urban Bohemian would like to know, and when can we get Helen in a muumuu? We were talking about her in a tutu earlier.
A tutu, yeah. Helen in a muumuu. How would that fit her?
I mean, like any muumuu does.
With her mouth. She has a very, very large neck hole.
It would be a super large.
Yeah.
Super extra large, but it'd be cool.
Yeah. Be funny as anything. That's for sure.
Poke.
Oh, that's something.
No, I'm at the 3/4 ab.
Right. I am honestly trying to figure out the best way to paint these with the angling and everything we have to deal with. So I think I'm working down one side and then I'm gonna meet in the middle. When I go down the other side, I think is how I'm gonna try and handle this.
That's kind of what I ended up doing. I didn't
Yeah.
need to do like a half and half, but I did need to go to the other side and basically like finish it off.
Finish it.
But yeah, I did find letting myself not try to get all the way from one to another
Yeah.
helped with me. But your mileage may vary. Also, because this side is the one side is just so much harder to get at the abs than the other
is.
one.
It really is.
So only having to worry about a tiny little bit was helpful. Because just the way this thing is angled.
Not gonna lie, I am tempted to reach out to a contact and be like, hey, you guys might want to take that stand out for painting purposes.
I wonder if it can just be I mean, I know nothing about how much stability you need for a stand. I just wonder if it could be a smaller stand.
No, for something like this, because of the heaviness, I can see why they did it, how they did it. But like with the
Okay.
dragons, these are normally kept out, which makes it a heck of a lot easier for painting the dragons.
That's
So
true.
I'm not sure why this was put in place. And I did try to remove it, but I heard a sound. I'm like, I might break this thing.
You heard the wrong sound. You're like,
I heard
oh,
a sound
nope,
like,
nope,
I
nope.
know what that could lead to if I keep pushing, so I'm not going to.
Is there some kind of decision of, okay, we're gonna make the stand removable if it is a creature that is
I honestly don't know.
There's medium, large, huge is next?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe huge and above is where they start making removables?
I don't know, but it's just interesting how much this is impeding. This is gonna be, I need to take this out from under the camera. I can't reach and paint at the same time. Pardon me,
Yeah.
folks.
Nope, that's okay. I'm gonna take a second to stretch and look over at
Yes.
chat. Hi, chat. If you are just joining us, not only are we having fun with the bottom of the Hellwasp, but do not forget that this weekend you have both Merylwyn, who is available as the latest champion in Idle Champions. Go have fun with that druid full of puns. And also Amani, the Songbird Familiar, is available as a donation to Lambert House, which is a absolutely fantastic organization that helps LGBTQ and questioning youth. And there's one here in Seattle. I know that's something that Wizards always helps support. I think it's around this time of year. I don't remember when exactly their fundraiser is. I have one of the shirts. Eee.
Yeah,
But yes,
it's on this time.
Yeah, either this in the fall. Time is a flat circle like a pizza. So definitely go check those out. Maryland is super fun, and Amani is absolutely beautiful with the rainbow of colors, and you can attack things with music notes.
I mean, hi. I like it.
I love it. All right, I'm gonna put my Hellwasp down, or else I am going to poke an ab. Let's see what chat has been up to.
Okay.
Chat. Lurking Rider says chat was trying to convince Mars to make it into a cosplay. Oh, Rust. Okay. Yes, I totally forgot. Landlubber Rust is out because, if you're a Tabaxi pirate who absolutely hates the water, you need to have your own boat with floaties.
You do. Especially when you don't like the water. It's bad.
Mm-hmm. The good thing about that cosplay is the way you get away with it is you just make the boat. Like, you don't worry about being a Tabaxi. You just make the boat out of some cardboard. And then floaties.
I love it. Okay, so keeping with the poking of the abs.
Yes.
We're going to use the sun yellow now, and we're going to go over where we've painted orange and add a layer of the yellow on top.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, that's why I said don't worry about the shadowing.
And, oh, geez, yellow, why? Yellow.
What did yellow do to you?
It exploded all over me.
Oh, yellow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yell no.
I mean, it's not the worst, but I just look like I was putting mustard on a hot dog and failed
really
miserably.
Like your mustard?
I mean, I do really like my mustard. French's is amazing, but like this is a bit much.
Yes. So what I'm gonna do is, provided that, there we go. I'm gonna basically paint this and try and keep a little bit of an edge of orange around it.
Okay,
and
so
just pull another stripe of yellow across the top.
so potentially a smaller stripe of yellow than even the orange.
Yep.
Ah, got it. Got it.
Yep. And it's just going to create this nice little gradient lift. Oof.
Why are you... There we go. Stop being obnoxious, yellow.
I mean, some people would agree that is an obnoxious color.
I mean, I kind of like it. I'm not usually a yellow fan, but if you're gonna go yellow, kind of the bright, cheery, non-pastel yellow is what I prefer. It's just also, I don't know what it is about some paint jars that you open them up and the paint is just like anxious to get out.
True.
And that's this yellow.
Very, very true.
But yeah, it does remind me of French's. And I am a fan of that mustard. We are not sponsored by French's.
No.
I am just a fan.
Yes.
See, and now I want hot dogs. But it is absolutely disgusting outside. There will be no grilling.
Oh, because humidity.
It's disgusting outside.
That's miserable. Should I bring a coat?
Yes.
Okay.
Bring a raincoat. Absolutely. Yeah. If you have a light raincoat, preferably.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. For those that have travel involved in their plans, this time of year, I've also just recommended to V to bring something I currently don't own because I'm bad. I'm a bad Seattle person. I have yet to actually pick myself up a light raincoat, like a summer raincoat. I got to get better at that. I'm also one of those Seattle.
Like it should work. It should do the job.
Oh yeah, I fake it with sweatshirts, which is not ideal.
But still.
Okay. Okay, Abs. I'm probably gonna be way off camera for a second, but
that's okay. When I was little, my mom's motto was, if it's not with us, we can buy it when we get there.
That is true. When I travel, my goal is always because I know I'm going to forget something.
Yeah.
My goal is to forget a thing that is easy to pick up, toothbrush, toothpaste, things like that.
Yeah.
Not a thing that is like, oh, I forgot medication, like even clothing.
Yeah.
Even clothing, you can just get yourself to a Target and pick up some underwear if you absolutely need to. But the important stuff, focus on that, and the rest of it will come.
Yeah.
I even once had to buy a whole new piece of luggage because my luggage got destroyed.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
That's not good.
This was many years ago. I was flying out to Huntsville and got in. My flight had already been delayed. Like, it wasn't the worst. It wasn't like, oh, this is the worst travel. But there was a moment in where I actually thought I was not going to make it to Huntsville in the same day. It was that kind of delay.
Yeah.
But then we made it, and then I'm waiting for my bag, and my bag comes along, and it's just. It was one of those where it was not a hard shell, but it was like a hardish, thin plastic shell over another like thinner inner shell. Yeah. And the whole outside was just crunched in. Like giant hole in my suitcase. I'm looking at this like,
oh no.
And I'm lucky that nothing on the inside got broke. The things that would have been broken if whatever had happened in another corner, were in another corner. So it was basically some of my clothing got covered in bits and pieces of my luggage.
Oh boy.
And so over the weekend, because I arrived on a Thursday and I was leaving on a Tuesday, and the one day I had off, I'm gonna go to the mall. I'm gonna pick myself up some luggage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I believe it. I have seen how some of the luggage gets handled at times, and
I continue to be grateful that in all the times I have flown with my instruments that I get to bring them onto the plane. Yep. I have nothing but fear and respect for all my fellow professional musicians who have to put their instrument under the plane.
Terror.
And friends of mine who have wheelchairs. And I have friends who have both wheelchairs and instruments. And for
Oh
them,
my
it is
God.
a nightmare.
I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I can absolutely imagine.
I am less terrified of this Hellwasp than I am of traveling with an instrument.
Fair. All right. Speaking of the Hellwasp, now that we got this abdomen done, we're going to do the same thing, but to the eyes. And the reason why I waited on doing the eyes is because with the way we were holding it before, I knew our thumbs would be hitting where the eyes are.
That makes sense.
So now we can do the eyes. Same
All
process.
right.
Orange fire and then the sun yellow.
Ooh.
Yep.
All
You're-
four.
you're
So
gonna
orange
need
fire
to
all
move.
the way around and then sun yellow like in a little more inside?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, little eyes. Here we go.
I'll smile with my little owl.
I'm kind of excited. I mean, I know it's in the art, but I always think with bugs that we're going to go black on the eyes, but I'm super excited about creepy orange and yellow
Yeah.
eyes.
Me too. Yes, I just
no.
did that. You okay?
I will be. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's all right. I'm good.
I can. I can make it. I can make it round again. I can.
You want to do the paint trick where you just pull, or the water trick? Take a clean paintbrush and pull it away with that heart.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh, and by the way, there are 4 of these things.
Yeah.
Forgot about that part. They have 4 eyes.
Yeah. Because, if you're gonna go for the buggy creep factor, that is one of the things, is number of eyes.
Yep.
Number of
I am
eyes.
not teasing
number of
anyone,
legs.
chat. They literally have 4 eyes. We make that very clear right now.
Yeah, it'll be easier to see. So, well, actually, it's harder to see. I mean, I got to get myself. But yeah, there's 2 over here and 2 over there.
Yep.
Can you see it? You can see them on the reference images below. It's a little easier to see on the maroonish one, the one on the left. But you can see there's like a big eye above and a slightly smaller. But still amazingly large eye below.
Oh, funny.
What?
Paint eyes on only one side, make it appear like it's turning its head to one side, says Riamus.
Ooh.
Which I get what he's saying. It's kind of like the whole was it a crow or was it a cat picture?
Yeah.
I understand that reference.
Okay. So it seems like I do an eye and I'm happy with it. I do an eye, I'm unhappy with it. I do an eye, I'm happy with it. I do an eye, I'm unhappy with it.
So,
I can't seem.
So
I can't
paint
seem
an
to
eye
do.
on your hand in between.
I probably should.
that'll help.
It's. I don't know.
Not to make light of it, but maybe it's the anticipation of now I got to do the next one just as well.
Maybe, I don't know, but I definitely, like, on both sides now, one of these eyes looks pretty darn good and I'm happy with it. And the other one is like, maybe this eye's coming out of its socket a little bit.
It's it's a suggestion of an eye.
Yeah, it's it was an eye that had some problems.
Yeah. Got too close to another stinger.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think that's as cleaned as I can get it.
Yeah.
Are we just going right in with the yellow, or is there something else we're doing?
I'm giving it a second to dry before we go in the yellow, but yes, we are going to do yellow. Yellow. All right, I should probably do the side that I started so that I know that is more dry than the other side. And like before, get it on, but you can also leave just a little bit of the orange sort of showing.
And Ye Old Dice Goblin says, I'm looking at shinying my Merylwyn's gold find item, and apparently I have a level 1 shiny white on her slot 1 already. I love a good level 1 shiny white. Like, you don't get to have that kind of thing that often. That's one of those lucky draws that it's like, I just don't want to open up any other chests. I just want to have this shiny level 1. This shiny level 1 item. It's fun.
Go.
Oh, okay, eyes. Here we go. I mean, at least with this, if I'm not exactly circular,
Yeah.
I could just say, well, that was the point. That's like pupils.
Yeah, you don't have to make it perfectly circular or anything like that.
All right, this side. Mm-mm. I resorted to the poking technique.
Pokey pokey.
I'm
Stipple.
just pokey.
He is looking at you, kid.
I've resorted to poking, but you know what? It works, so I'm gonna put it down. How do I have yellow all over my hands? All
Because it
over.
squirted on you, didn't it? Didn't your yellow
Yeah,
go
but now
rogue?
I'm finding I must have brushed it on myself too,
Oh,
because I
probably.
found yellow in
Yeah.
places that I was not expecting yellow.
Gotta watch that.
Ah,
Eh.
well. Oh well. Okay. What's
Okay.
next?
Well, since we still have the orange fire out,
Yeah.
we're going to have a little fun and just do a very light dry brushing of the orange fire on the inside of the mandible area.
Ooh.
And I'm actually, you have the smaller dry brush, right? From Plaid, the number 2 dry brush?
Oh yes.
Use that one.
I do have that. I didn't pull it out though, so let me
Okay.
grab it
I
because
forgot to
think I
mention
got
that
the
one.
4.
Yeah.
Let me
Oh.
grab. You said a number 2?
Yeah, the number 2 flat brush.
There you are. Helps have everything in a chair just off camera.
It do. So yeah, I'm just going to do a little bit of light dry brushing here at the tip here on those 2 little protrusions.
Okay.
And then I'm going to angle my brush, these antennae, and do the inside mandible. Get a little bit more on the very pointer of that mandible. And catch the inside curvature. You can see right there, just to give you a little reference point.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. This will just give it some visual interest.
And you know, it is a Hellwasp. Its mouth is on fire.
Mm-hmm. Nice little nod to things. It's in both ways. It's in the way. Move.
Mhm. All right. I think I'm definitely.
Doing okay?
I was trying to decide, am I at the point where I've done enough,
Doing more?
or do I, yeah. It's always the hardest moment. It's that moment of like, is this where I stop? Is this where I stop?
Or do I keep going? Or do I stop? Do I
Mm-hmm.
keep going? Or do I stop? Do I stop? Or do I keep going? I think I'm going to stop. I'm happy with how this looks.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm going to keep going a little bit more.
Yeah.
I've got, mine is a little lighter than yours, but I'm liking the way yours fades and gets a little bit brighter right towards the edge. So
Yeah.
I'm going to.
And that's by adding a little bit more of the fire orange to the edge, letting it sort of deepen its opacity. Okay, so that is done. Eyes are done. What do we have now? Looking at my notes.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
you are teaching. Notes are important.
They really are.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to go back and do a mix of black and ultramarine to make a darker denim.
Okay.
And we're going to start painting the legs, the stinger, and the antenna. And for
All
that,
right.
I would definitely use a smaller brush, like a 1 or even a larger detail brush. So I'm going to hop over. That's on my 2s. Where's my one I want? Where's my one?
Ye old dice goblin. On the Hellwasp eyes, do you add a mini hexcomb pattern on with a detail at the end? I mean, I don't I don't have that kind of facility. It's
I
there.
don't have that kind of patience today.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It would be
Like,
very cool, but oh boy, howdy. I would need that with not the camera over my face, quite frankly.
mm-hmm. Okay, so you said ultramarine,
Ultramarine and
blue,
black
and black.
to make a denim, a deeper denim. So I'm going to do 1 part black to 2 parts ultramarine.
Okay.
And that way, if need be, I can add more black. But I don't want to overdo it. Where's my mixing brush? There it is.
Yeah, and as you said, the black is strong.
Mm-hmm.
It can overpower so much. And also I seem to be someone who adds even then way too much black into something. Because I'm constantly looking at it, I'm like,
That's
no,
dark.
that's super dark.
Yeah.
That's way darker than I wanted it.
Yeah. Is a thing.
Oh, but I'm kind of liking this.
Yeah.
I think so. Let me take a look. I will compare with your swaths.
The swath of paint.
My words have failed me.
You know, they like to do that. I fully understand and relate.
Yeah. Also, yes, it is Martin who is our wonderful moderator today, who has been grabbing all the questions from chat and been helping out in chat while we've been hardcore eyeing our Hellwasp.
That's the
okay.
Blue.
Yeah, I think I've got pretty darn close.
There you go. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to...
So antenna and legs.
Yep. It's leg time.
It's leg time. Sorry.
It's got legs.
Oh, that's a much better reference. I like that.
It knows how to use them.
Okay. I'm having that moment where, yeah, well, now that it's on the leg, I'm like, is this the blue that I wanted? But I kind of like it. I think it's actually lighter than I expected, but that is, I'm not mad at it.
And if you want to darken it after the fact, you can always do a black wash on the legs.
Yeah.
And add a couple coats even.
That's a good idea.
I have to go out from the camera. Sorry.
I
cannot get to this angle at all with the camera in my face. I paint like this. Proof of painting.
There we go. One of these days I will invest in the it's not even that it's a nicer camera, because I have a very nice camera.
It's a good camera that you have, yeah. It just has different functions.
Exactly. I have a camera that is 100% geared towards face. It just makes having your face on camera really, really easy and really, really clear. And I never have to worry about focus. I never have to worry about it. It's the Elgato face cam. I'll just say it because we are not sponsored by them. No. But I do like this camera. But what it does not do, because it does not focus, is it does not change its focus. And thus, when I go, look at my mini, not gonna work as well. Yeah. So I have thought, and for other reasons too, not just for the mini painting, but a couple other reasons, it might be good to get literally just a second camera. Mm-hmm. Like, not even give up this one, just like have the second camera for stuff like this.
Yeah.
I'm turning into that streamer who has to have multiple cameras. And I'm okay with that.
There you go.
1, 2, 3. This thing has 4 elbows.
It has many elbows.
4. That is too many elbows.
Per leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't make that part clear. I just counted how many elbows were on a leg.
Is able.
At 16 elbows. No.
You don't want to? You can't make me.
Some people get creeped out by legs, just in general. Some people are creeped out by the eyes. Some people are creeped out by the stingers. Me, elbows.
No more elbows.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna I'm gonna lift you up. I'm not gonna get you on the base. We're gonna do this.
Pardon my hiccup.
Is that a hiccup?
Yep.
That was so quiet and dainty.
Uh,
Oh, get in there, get in there, get in there. All right. And escape. Okay. I'm trying my best. I know we can do the whole alcohol on the base and get stuff
yeah,
off.
I'm
but
still trying to be neat on my end too, but they're just,
Yeah.
you know.
Especially when
Like
you get the paint so close to the base where the mini is.
Look, you can manipulate this leg.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. I thought that one was stuck on for mine. Come here, you.
Yeah, I'm always afraid if I have to go back in with the alcohol on a leg or on something that is super close to the body of the mini that, well, now I'm just taking the paint off of the mini too. And now I'm in a vicious cycle.
Right. That's fair.
And now the vicious cycle of painting and unpainting and painting and unpainting. So
I'm
doing
seesaw paint.
Yeah.
I have been there before. It's infuriating.
Man, these legs, the ends of them are so big. I actually had to think about paint the end. Listen, Lurking Writer, I always look over a chat and go, what the heck are they talking about? If I don't look at chat consistently, that is just my current state. As long as y'all are having fun, that's fine, you know?
Yeah.
That is all I care about, is that we are all having fun together. But yes, even if I don't say anything, I am always wondering what chat is up to. I also am very proud of myself for looking over at chat just to see that from Lurking Writer. I'm happy with that timing.
Here we go.
Blue on me. You Tomatoed wants to know, how many knees does it have? No knees, because these are all front legs.
Just elbows.
That's my decision.
No knees, just elbows.
Just elbows. It can grab you with all 4 of these legs, and thus that technically makes them like hands, and thus elbows. This is what I'm saying, and I'm the DM. That is what I've decided. So they're all elbows. You know where the knee is? On the stinger. Sorry, I also hit my microphone. Sorry, audio listeners. Sorry. If you have headphones on, I apologize. But yes, I'm
enjoying how into this you're getting in terms of explanation and rationale.
You know what? As a DM, sometimes you just have to make a decision on the fly and stick with it.
Oh, you do. Yep.
Yeah. And and just flat out admit, well, this might be a little ridiculous, but now I've said it.
Yep. Now it's there.
Now
it's just
and it's not important enough for me to be swayed.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking with my decision. All right, leg. Let's wrangle you. Let's get you wrangled.
Oh, can you please just... I'm not going to finish that sentence, but anyways.
Can you please just stop being a mini for a second and cooperate with me?
No, I caught myself in phrasing before I said the phrase, so we're good.
Oh, that's probably good.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I didn't wait myself.
Hey, it's like we're good at this streaming thing sometimes.
Yeah, every so often.
Yeah. Grail Shape says, hey, C&E, when you're going to get Lauren an overhead cam so we can see her piece? You know, I can get my own camera. Also, I don't know if I'd get a overhead cam. I would just get one that does a lot more up close focus.
Yeah, because if you get the Brio like I have, you can hold it up and it's autofocus. I can't... If you put your face behind your hand and then you show your mini off, it does a much better job of focusing in on the mini.
Yeah.
I'm showing the chat right now.
The one that I had before this one was a Logitech that would do the autofocus. If I could turn the autofocus on and off, and I would often actually turn the autofocus off. I would get it focused and then turn it off so it didn't constantly try to do that. That's exactly it. I did get used to, when I had it on, being able to do that beauty thing where I'm going to hold up my hand so it doesn't see my face. But yeah.
It's an actual thing.
It is. I just have to decide if there's other reasons for me to need that
Mm-hmm.
besides this show and one other thing that I might be doing. Because otherwise, having this camera is really, really nice.
Yeah. It's honestly, the Brio's a nice, high quality camera, but it also travels nicely because it's
Ooh,
so compact.
that is super good to know. We are also not sponsored by Logitech. We
No.
just like their stuff.
Yeah, I use a lot of their stuff. Could I?
Yep.
Okay, who wants to go for a quick field trip?
Oh, hey!
That is how small it is.
It's infinite me.
Yeah, but just to give everyone a frame of reference of what I'm talking about with my camera.
Yeah. I actually can't do that. So my face cam is not much bigger, but I can't do that because the cord that leads from the camera to the computer is definitely not long enough.
Oh, I have a 6-foot cord, and I can get up to an 8-foot cord on this sucker.
I know I can get a longer cord.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I just know for a fact if I was to do what I've done sometimes, which is grab it to show something, especially in the olden days when I didn't use digital dice and I had to show off, look at my natural 20, I just disconnect my camera.
Oh, funny.
It would just be gone. How do I know this? From experience. You know what? You learn once and you try to remember. So there you go. I mean, fortunately, it's just a USB connection, so it was actually pretty easy to put back, but it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing.
Hey, technology goblins plague everybody, no matter the experience level.
Oh, heck yeah. Every stream, technology, some kind of issue, or a cat, sometimes both.
All of the above.
Yeah. All right, I'm moving on. I got the legs.
Okay.
Creepy legs.
I'm almost done with my.
I think I just finished the legs. I think I need them to dry to look to see if I've missed a spot because I keep thinking, oh, there's a spot I missed, realizing no, it's just the shine. So, all right, antenna, time for you to get a coat. Oh no.
What happened?
I forgot. The antennae are very, very flexible and they move.
Uh-oh.
They move as you paint them.
Yes.
This is going to be challenging.
A very feather-light touch on your side for sure. And probably even a smaller detail brush would help you.
I'm going with the tickle method.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to...
Light and gentle.
Yep. What was the other thing that we were painting that kept moving every time we painted it?
Oh, geez, you're right. What was that? Why don't I remember? I think I might have blocked that one from my memory.
I'm not remembering exactly. Chat, help. Help, chat.
What was the one I'm going to keep poking? Shoot.
Yeah, there was something else in where every time we went to go paint it, it was a struggle because it moved. And we had to do the whole pokey thing.
Oh, I don't remember right now.
You know what? We're so focused. So focused. But I know, chat. Chat, you're good to us.
Mm-hmm.
Which mini do we have? The spikes on the abdomen of the spider, says Remus? Maybe.
Is that it?
Well, it would have been the Remoraz.
The Remoraz.
Yeah, maybe it was the Remoraz. There might have been because there weren't spikes on the spider, but I was thinking about those legs.
Yeah. No, the tentacle and the Froghemoth are solid, yo. I don't know why I just went server too.
I don't know why you said it that way too, but I love it. I'm here for it. Yo, that Froghemoth. That Froghemoth.
Froghemoth, yo.
It might have been the Remoraz, or maybe it was just because the Remoraz was so spiky.
Yeah.
Was just spike.
Spike.
Was just all the spikes.
Oof, almost. Oh, hold
Also,
on.
I just noticed a place of purple I missed.
Once you get these, then we're going to go in and we're going to get the spikes on the head. But again, that's one of those things. Once we get the bigger pieces done, we'll then go to the little bits up here. Those will also get this. Like you're totally going to be eaten now, dude. Gnarly.
Ah.
It was in the chat. I had to. I
That's
make
okay.
no apologies to Lurking Rider. You put it out there, I just said it.
So it definitely looks like we're going to be doing a third episode of this.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I do not want to race through the rest of this in the 10 minutes that we have, but
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Awesome.
I am totally up for it.
Awesome.
So
then we can do the
will
assembly of the wings and all that because we still have washes to do. So yeah, this is going to be a 3-episoder.
Yeah, so definitely come back after our tiny little mini hiatus where we're off for a week. And then, so we're off next week, and then we'll be back with Hellwasp Part 3.
Dun,
and
dun.
then after that, I can't say what yet, but after that episode, we're doing something super fun.
Wow.
I'm doing the thing in where I'm pre-announcing an announcement that I know a lot of people hate.
It's a vague announcement.
It's a vague announcement. You will want to watch in 2 weeks when we return, because not only will Hellwasp Part 3 be awesome, but we will be, I think by then we'll be able to say what we're doing next.
Will. Yep, we'll be clear, free and clear for that announcement, absolutely.
All right, and blue on the stinger as well?
Yep, blue on the stinger as well.
Okay.
Oh, this is looking so lovely and disgustingly creepy.
Yay.
And now I'm going to go
and colorful too.
Yeah.
Like it's not, I love these D&D creatures and how colorful they are, even when they're deadly.
Isn't that just it? When something is deadly, the more colorful it is, the more wary you have to be.
I think in nature it's actually the opposite. Well, it's not the opposite. It's if it's colorful, it's supposed to indicate that it's poisonous and don't eat me or else you will die. So it's only dangerous. It's supposed to only be dangerous to predators. And then you get all the creatures that fake the colorations so that their predators think that they are more deadly than they actually are.
Those guys got a lot of spots.
Yeah. Okay. And what are we doing with the spikes?
We're painting in blue.
Oh, the same blue. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
They too are blue.
Oh, Sotho Ambush says the mandibles look fantastic. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I do like the
little bit of
orange we put on the mandibles. Yeah. That definitely looks fearsome.
Yeah, it's a fun little touch.
Wow, you do have a lot of spikes.
Yeah,
okay.
And they also go down the back. See? Them's is spikes.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
It's got a lot of spikes. Good Lord.
The thing I've learned about spikes is that the way they are 3-dimensional means there's going to be like 3 different sides I'm going to have to look at to make sure that I got everything.
Yeah.
Or else I'm going to turn this creature around and be like, oh, nope, completely missed a half a spike.
Don't make me turn this creature around.
Or make me, because that's how I know I missed half a spike. Yeah. Like, hey, Lauren, have you turned this creature around? Oh, that's an eyebrow. That's not a spike.
That's okay. You can tell when there's spikes on the back plate when they lip over the plate itself. Like they don't stop at the same edge.
All right. Oh, okay.
But yeah, this is definitely going to be a 3-parter because I forgot about all of these.
My microphone. I'm sorry I'm so close. This is where I need to be in order to get these spikes done.
ASMR.
This is the relaxing portion.
Right?
I think I got the head spikes.
There you go. Cool.
I'm doing the 360. Nope, I missed one. There are these little ones on the front that are just duplicitous.
They sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
These sneaky spikes.
Okay, where are these back ones?
They run along the back, and it's the ones that sort of interrupt the plate pattern, and they lip over.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see them
Yeah.
now. They don't stick up, they basically stick back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of remind me of Helen's teeth in a way. Shape-wise.
Or the abs. Like, I feel like as soon as
Yeah.
I've started to do this, this feels like what I did with abs on this creature. That's what I'm gonna just keep calling them, is the abs. Mm-hmm. Oh, and since we only have about 5 minutes left after this, we do have Garwar's Guide to Everything is going to be coming up. They are usually absolutely excellent about talking about whoever the new champion is whenever a new champion drops. So stay tuned for that. But if you do have any last minute questions about painting, or about idle champions, or anything else that you want to ask a question about, go ahead and get those into the chat. Make sure you put question in big capital letters so Martin can grab it, so that I can continue to very slowly paint a bunch of spikes. Now just there we go. Make you a spike. Have it a spike.
Happy little spikes.
And I'm gonna stop painting a spike for a moment, because the one thing I haven't done yet during the stream, but I do need to take a drink anyways. I'm going to say, hey, if you have other questions, or if you would like to see other mini painting that we have done, definitely come to our Discord, discord.gg/idlechampions, where you will find a lot of very nice people who are all fans of Idle Champions, talking about a bunch of Idle Champion stuff, helping you get your formations in order, answering questions, and, enjoying our painting. So definitely come and check it out. And that's also where we post what supplies you need. So if you would like to join us, you can do so. And it includes the supplies you need going back through all of the paints. So if you are watching on YouTube, first off, hi. But you can, if you would like to follow along on our YouTube channel with those shows that we have done, you can go back into our Discord and get all the supplies that are listed there.
Ta-da!
Nice. I still got. I have half the side of this. There's a lot of spikes. There's a lot of spikes, but it's looking cool.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So we're getting there. But next week, what we're gonna do is we'll do some dry brushing on the legs and the antenna and the stinger, and maybe along these spikes too. And then we'll need to get the base painted up. And once we paint the base up, we'll do some paint removal. So you'll want to make sure you have, not next week, 2 weeks from now, you'll want to make sure you have rubbing alcohol, because I have a couple bits of paint I want to remove. And then we will do the wash, and then the wing installations.
Wing installations,
where we'll have fun and actually pop these beauties into their respective sockets.
Yeah, I remember that the wings had like left and right on them.
They do, yep.
To help with that. And I don't know if with all the painting, if I'm still going to be able to see that, but it'll be interesting to watch. I think I got all the spikes.
I don't really want to push too
probably
hard now,
did not.
but yeah. I'm just going to try and give you an idea. So there you go. Kind of gives you an idea of what the Hellwasp is doing. What the Hellwasp is doing.
What are you doing? I forget how big those wings, like this is a big creature, and then how big the wings are on top of everything else until you put those together. And I actually had a moment of, oh, wow, yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, it's a good size.
And I just saw I missed 2 more spikes. So just gonna grab those spikes right now. This is probably just what I'm gonna be doing for the next few days, is looking at this thing going, I missed a spike. Hi, Helen. Are you my support, Helen, through these spikes?
Yes!
Thank you.
Welcome!
Okay. I need to put that down because we need to stop.
We do.
I wanted to get to the point in where I couldn't easily
totally-
see. I think I'm done with the spikes.
No, I completely understand.
But yeah, probably in 2 weeks when when I get back under the bright lights, I will immediately be like,
Oh.
I missed a spike.
Yep.
I missed 4 spikes.
It's
Oh well.
okay. It's okay.
Fortunately, this blue is pretty easy to
Yeah.
make happen again. It's just
It
the
is.
2, so.
It's just the black and the blue mixed together for that denim blue.
Here we go.
Yeah, so look at that. It's looking good.
Yeah.
Very happy with this. We made some really good progress today, actually. So that is wunderbar.
And there's
Yay!
yeah, that's gonna look super cool.
That
I'm
is.
excited.
That
I'm
really
excited.
is.
Ah.
Awesome.
So thank you everybody for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks with
Mhm.
part 3 of the Hellwasp. As I said, make sure to come to our Discord, discord.gg/idlechampions. So if you happen to be catching up on the Hellwasp over the week break that we have, you can pick up the supplies you need and join us on week 3, where we'll be finishing this up. And then stick around. We've got Garwar's Guide to Everything happening after this. And I don't know who I didn't get a chance to see who the champions are that are
Oh, don't ask
that are
me.
the weekend promo ones, but I'm sure they're awesome. So enjoy your weekend promo. And make sure you pick up Amani, the Songbird
Yes.
Familiar, who is a charity donation to Lambert House, and they are amazing. Anything else,
Good.
V, that we need to talk about?
Thank you, Martin!
Thank you, Martin, for all of your help, for being an amazing mod. Thank you, everybody in chat, for answering all of our questions and for asking us a bunch of questions. And we'll see you next encounter.
Sounds good. Take care. Bye!